Hey everyone, welcome to the world's most absurd true story. Today, we'll explain why not to take things home not for lack of space, but because they are school property. The dad, caring for his son, placed his wine glass on trash, prompting John to quickly clean it with a towel. Just then, John spotted a series of numbers on the paper that drew his attention like superpowers, and copied them for research. After some serious brainwork, John uncovered a combo that looked like a date, and to his shock, he learned it was the infamous 9/11. Even weirder, 2996 was the exact number of victims that day. John thought, how eerie. These numbers were written in 1959. When the time capsule was dug up, John happened to be there, and to clear the air, he frantically scribbled down every number he saw. After crunching the numbers again with his secret formula, John checked on his computer and was flabbergasted. Each date matched infamous global disasters. But John was totally baffled. He figured he'd drop off his son and head to work at the Massachusetts Observatory later. Like a mad scientist, he explained the oddity to colleagues, warning of a disaster tomorrow. But his colleagues didn't buy it, thinking it was just some conspiracy after all. They were scientists. His colleagues thought John was talking nonsense, maybe due to his wife's passing, but John was too determined to get to the bottom of it. John made a quick exit, planning to find losing his teacher. So old, the teacher vividly recalled losing a gloomy girl on the capsule bearing day. All kids were thrilled, but losing seemed down, then vanished during the celebration. Finally, they found her in the gym storage room, her fingers bloodstained, just the right numbers on the door. The teacher knew something had terrified her, but at the time couldn't make her talk. John pulled out that paper for the teacher to see, but after 50 years, she was dubious about confirming anything. Meanwhile, outside, Keller was kicking a ball when suddenly a car drove by and piqued his interest. Keller excitedly received something from the car, and John sprinted outside, but the car zoomed away. Keller grabbed a black rock, and John immediately got serious, reminding him not to talk to strangers. Via the internet, John learned Lucinda committed suicide at home 50 years ago. Shocking. Based on the numbers, John saw disaster coming and soon dozed off. In the afternoon, he got a call from his son, almost forgetting to pick him up after dozing off, just as a massive traffic jam unfolded outside. At this time, John finally apologized to colleagues for yesterday. He did lose control. Suddenly, John spotted the navigation coordinates and felt a weird sense of DJ currents assigned value, quickly pulling out that paper to compare. He discovered that the encircled numbers were precisely the coordinates, and the disaster would strike right at this spot. And what do you know? Upon arriving, John found that a car accident had just happened. There were injuries, but thankfully no serious issues. John thought, I wish I could save the day. Just then, the universe decided to spice things up. A plane went out of control. The wind skimmed over the highway and crash-landed with an explosion. John was stunned and dashed towards the site. He had no time to think, just saved who he could. The scene was horrific, leaving John helpless. After the chaos, news reports covered the incident, coincidentally noting there were 81 victims. At this point, someone tracked down John to confirm today's disaster echoed what had described. The dates, the numbers, the fatalities all aligned. John felt increasingly uneasy about the whole situation. Determined to get to the bottom of it, John conducted online research, and lo and behold, Lucinda had a daughter. So John and his son began a tracking mission that ultimately led them to a museum where they spotted Lucinda's granddaughter. John nudged his son to go chat, and the kids hit it off. John decided it was his treat to keep them playing. After some talk, John phoned Diana, a single mom. All was fine till he abruptly cut in. He asked Diana if her mom had any special talents while diving into the digit dilemma. He mentioned how he got the mysterious numbers written by Diana's mom during the 50th school anniversary. The numbers matched 50 years disasters, and Diana felt awkward, wanting to switch topic. So she got out, seemingly displeased, and headed out with her daughter while John chased after her in the parking lot. John desperately hoped Diana could lend a hand, alerting the police about tomorrow's disaster coordinates. So John made an anonymous call to the police, telling them a terror attack was imminent at that location. They didn't even block the area. John tried to snoop around and learned they were just trying to catch the rumor spreader. Frustrated, John dashed to the subway station and suddenly spotted a suspicious-looking guy. That guy bolted, and John, hot on his heels, chased him down the subway, only for the police to show up after a few cars. The cops pointed their guns at John, surrounding the runaway dude, who had no choice but to raise his hands and surrender. Just then, another train went haywire, sparking flames everywhere. People fled the train in panic as it overturned on the platform, witnessed by thousands. After the disaster, John's mind was in chaos, wondering if he could decipher the secret of the mysterious note.